Coach, welcome back to Rupp, first of all.
How about it?
Yeah, man, it seems still surreal a little bit to me, I'll be honest with you. So get to the edge of the court, Cal, you look up, man, there's a lot of banners up there that you're responsible for.
Yeah,
How does it make you feel?
you know what? We had a heck of a run. And first of all, it was an honor and a privilege to coach here.
Okay.
And I appreciate the school giving me this opportunity. I appreciate the fans supporting me. I appreciate the players who I was able to coach, that their mothers and fathers entrusted me with their son and his future. And then another opportunity, another challenge, another environment was thrown at me. And you know what? I said, it's time to do this. But it's not, nothing is erased here for me.
No.
I mean, what we did in that span of time, you can't erase. I mean, it's history.
Yeah.
It's written. It's done. And so for me, it's not time for me to look in the rearview mirror.
Okay.
So I don't have a rearview mirror. I'm still looking this way. And again, at Arkansas, I want to do the same for those players that I did for these players. I want to do the same run winning. And, you know, you want to be more than a basketball coach, I think, to live life as you do this job. But you're there, your passion to win, your will to win, your desire to help people get better, but also, what else are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, you really want to die and just say, I coached a bunch of games? I mean, did you have impact on kids? Yeah. Well, what about the other stuff?
Yeah.
But I've been blessed. It's hard for me to get mad. You know, we were good in the exhibition season, and then we good in the preseason, and all of a sudden we get in this league. This league is like,
Smack you around a little bit.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And you know what's great? My kids are staying strong.
Okay.
We're close. We're not there. I don't know what'll happen in this game, but we haven't given up on a game.
Yeah.
We play. It's been a challenge for me, but it's another one. All right. Now how you deal with stuff. When you're winning, that stuff's easy.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you're getting beat up a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you reverse this? And that's what we're working on.
You won, obviously, a ton on the floor. I think you won off the floor maybe as big or bigger. When you talk about the coal miner and the flood relief, how important is that now looking back on your 15 years here, those things?
I've said the same thing at both places. If I'm only watching tape, I'm cheating the position. What can I do to help the campus? What can I do to help the community? What can I do to help the state?
Yeah.
Is there things that you want me to do? Some of the things I just see and I react to them. There are a lot of things you do that aren't in the public's eye. You know, Ellen and I would do things that, you know, we didn't do it for anybody to know. We did it because in our heart we felt it was the right thing to do. Other things you do gather, and in this state, which is a relatively poor state, we raised millions.
You did.
On because people felt we could come together, and together we could really help.
Yeah.
And it was good within our state. But Haiti, Superstorm Sandy, what happened in Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, there were things that we did that weren't just for our state.
So, Coach, you're on the visiting bench now. You used to be down there a lot. Give me a great memory of coaching in this building.
Beating North Carolina and having Anthony Davis come out of nowhere to block the last shot right there.
I remember it.
And, you know, having Louisville in here, having some great games, winning those games. You know, there were so many games in here that meant something. Last year, beating Alabama in here.
Big game.
And having guys play. I mean, you know, we took some spills in the NCAA tournament, and throughout my career, they literally didn't happen, but it did.
Yeah.
But we were top 10 2 out of those 3 years.
Sure.
And I'm proud of those kids.
Yeah.
You hit some games like that, it happens.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, but that team, I can remember John Wall. Okay, you ready? We're down 18 to Miami of Ohio, the first game I coached in here. And it went down to the wire, and John Wall made a buzzer beater. So, to win the game.
Yeah.
Like, if he don't make it, we may lose the game.
Right.
My first game.
You don't start that 54 win streak in Rupp.
No.
No, you do not.
No.
You start off 0-1.
Yes.
Coach, I think it's interesting. You raised your family here. I mean, Brad was raised here in Lexington. Just the memories of your friends and deep, deep friendships that you had to leave physically, but I'm sure they're still tied to your heart. What does Lexington mean to you in that area of your personal life, your family's life?
Again, when you spend 15 years of your life and you're gathering people, gathering friends, and a friend means I'm a friend to you and you're a friend to me. It's not just one way. Gathering support for the program, goodwill ambassadors for the program. You don't forget that.
No.
Now, what I say is, my friends, most of them grew up here, so they're Kentucky fans.
Okay.
They're Kentucky fans tomorrow. I just hope they have Red Sox on. So, you know, and you don't lose that, just like you don't erase. Like, I will cherish this 15 years.
Sure you will.
And, but it was time. And I said it before, until that was presented, didn't really enter my mind.
Okay.
When that opportunity was presented, then it's like, now wait a minute. And it ends up being good for me and my family. I want this to, over a 5-year period, let's see where this goes. I'm hoping this year we get it going. And it's good. Mark Pope's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Like a great job.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
And now, like I said, I got to do the same stuff that I've done. Build a culture. We're not there yet. You know, build that culture. You know, the two of the guards that I, you know, Darius and Malik have called me saying, can we play for you now? They want to come in. And
They could.
They could play for us now. So, and probably if I had to do over the 8 or 9 guys, and I had friends of mine in the profession, Mark Few, coach, if you have an injury, 8 or 9, and I said, Fewy, and guess what? You have injuries. Now 8 or 9 may not be enough.
Right.
So maybe it's 11.
Okay.
But you learn.
Yeah.
That means maybe you take 4 transfers, some of them older.
Yeah.
You still have your freshmen, a couple kids staying. All right, let's go.
You mentioned something that's interesting. You're always learning. You're always learning. What do you learn as you look back on your time here? What did you learn about yourself, John Calipari, as a head coach?
None of it scared me. And it's good because I'm going through what I'm going through now, and it doesn't scare me.
Okay.
I've been through the ups and downs of this stuff. I don't see myself like, I got to win every game to prove I can coach. No.
Okay.
This is about the kids. And here, winning and losing can't be life or death, or you die a ton. You know, and so, but you learn that. You learn to keep changing and figuring out, because I was bringing in a new team every year. And that meant we got to figure out how we're going to do this, and that's why it took till the end of the year. This was the same at Arkansas, except you're walking into this unforgiving league. The teams that we've lost to have all been rated in the top 15.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you know what? Maybe we're not 15.
Yeah.
Maybe we're
That's
20.
what we learned.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it's you learn here, like, winning matters. The fans are engaged, and none of it. I wasn't fearful of it. I came in and so, and I would say the same now.
Yeah.
Coaching this game, you got to coach it fearless. You got to coach it fearless, or you have no chance of winning.
You mentioned you walk into a league that's so difficult.
More
Coach,
difficult than I thought.
No doubt, no doubt. All of us. You're walking into a building tomorrow night that's waiting on you, you know? And I think it's confusing right now. Like, they're going to boo, they're going to cheer. What are your emotions as you get ready for this game tomorrow night, and how you handle it?
I haven't spent much time thinking about it, because I've been in touch with friends. I got off the plane, and the people on the ramp were grabbing me because I was on the ramp all the time.
Yeah.
The lady in the FBO, you got my keys? She saw it was me and bust out laughing and hugs. So, and prior to this, I was just locked into focusing on what we got to do.
Coach your team.
Yes.
Yep.
And being at peace with what we have. So now, probably as we get closer to game time, but look, the fans should be able to do what they want.
Okay.
If they want to boo, if they want to cheer, they want to cheer. I'm not expecting like an overwhelming, because I'm an opposing coach.
You are.
And I'm coming in here not to lose this game. And so I get it.
Yeah.
And it's a big game for the fans.
No doubt.
We got to crush, Cal and Arkansas and all that. I get it. I've done this long enough. And I always say, if I go into a road court, an opponent's court, I almost expect it.
Sure.
I'm not looking up who's, you just coach the game. My focus will be right on these lines, right in there. And my focus is going to be my kids. How do I keep them going? Me coaching and kind of staying ahead of the game in this kind of game. And trying to drag them across the finish line if I have to. I'm hoping they drag me across the finish line.
Well, I've seen it happen before.
Yes.
You've drug some, and they've drug you some.
That's right.
Two last things. You're going to be walking out of an area that you haven't walked out of before. How do you think you'll feel with 2 minutes on the game clock as you come out of that tunnel? What do you think?
There'll be a rush of emotions.
Okay.
I hope I'm not looking into the seats because I'm going to have some people that are friends that then you get emotional, and I don't want to get emotional.
No.
But this was 15 years of both Ellen and I. She was like a mother to these kids. The brownies that she did, where if it's her birthday and I hit them, say, hey, happy birthday, John Hood. He says, are my brownies coming? So, in 15 years of my life where you give everything, and not only to basketball, like I said, I don't want to just be known, what do I want, my record on my tombstone? It's, are you a good man? Do you care about people?
Yeah.
And I'm a poor, miserable sinner. Let me say you go to
We all
mass
are.
all the time. Well,
Yeah.
there's a reason I do. But I have been blessed my entire life. Don't feel sorry for me. You shouldn't. Don't pity me. I've been blessed. My dad was a baggage handler, and he's still alive. It's his birthday on the 1st.
Really?
Yeah, he's 92, still going strong. My mom worked in the junior high cafeteria.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've been blessed.
Yeah.
And now a little adversity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with it? Do you have a great attitude? Do you look at this adversity and say, how can it make you a better coach? And how can what we're going through, make them better players? How do we write our own story? Well, first of all, we got off the snide. Okay.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
And
I was
now,
there.
and now we got to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
And they're in a great frame of mind. We got to execute a little bit better. We got to make some shots. And we were different parts of the year. I mean, our preseason stuff, we were 12-2.
No doubt.
And so then you get into this, you lose a couple, and all of a sudden you lose. But it's not going to just be us in this league. You're going to have other teams lose 4 in a row, 5 in a row,
Yeah.
3 out of 4,
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
Top 20 teams
Yes,
losing 4 in a row.
yes.
Yeah.
It's what this league will bring out. And now it's who can handle this the best.
Okay. You took me to a place I want to end with, because you and I have talked before, and you've told me God's been good to John Calipari.
Oh, man.
And
I don't know why.
And he trusts you. He trusted you with this platform. Now he's trusting you with a new platform, with some adversity right now. Why do you say that to me? Because you've said that to me often.
You get nudged sometimes to do things, and you don't know why until it's done.
Okay.
Like, I wanted this job 2 years before I got it, when Tubby left. And I'm calling my wife. Have they called? No one's called? No, they didn't call. They weren't calling.
Okay.
And then 2 years later, now they're calling me, and I come in the perfect time. And I get to coach Derrick Rose and Chris Douglas and Antonio Anderson and Joey, Joey Dorsey, Robert. We go to the final game. And I get to coach Tyreek Evans. And I get to coach that team that had a chance to win a Final Four and get to a national title game. And then I come here, and I'm nudged here. Why? I don't know, but I was able to do things that I couldn't have done unless I had this job. And now I'm at Arkansas. I don't know why I'm there. All I know is I was nudged to go there. I wasn't having any intention. They called me and what?
Yeah.
Let me think about this. There was no back and forth with the university here and me. When it was done, it was done.
Okay.
So it was, all right, let me do this. And like I said, the support of the fans here, off the charts. The support of my friends and the supporters that we needed, it was always here.
Okay.
And I'll say it again, honored and privileged that I had this opportunity for 15 years. Now it's someone else's turn. It's someone else's turn. Somebody says you look younger. Yeah, I do look younger.
You do look younger and slimmer. It's the haircut.
So, but you know, I had a ball.
Yeah.
And Ellen had a ball. And yeah, we lost those 2 games. We're top 10. And we lose a couple of those games, which I wasn't used to losing.
No.
St. Peter's was pretty good, by the way,
They
and
were.
so was Oakland. They
Yeah,
did some
they
good
were.
stuff. But you get by those, can we Final Four? And then maybe I stay. But I was supposed to leave. So it all plays out. I'm fine. Ellen's fine. She grew up 2.5 hours from where we are in Fayetteville. My kids are blessed. I mean, look, I'm walking in. It's going to be a hard game. You know why? Because they're a good
they're
team
good.
and they're well coached.
They are.
That's why.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we are. I don't even know if we're well coached.
Coach, it's still surreal to see you back in Rupp.
How about in this?
In that, but I'm glad you're back, man. I'm really glad you're
Thanks,
back.
Jimmy.
Good luck to you.